All right, all right. I'm so excited, so honored. I got Paul here on the Move Happy Movement podcast. Super excited. You and I connected on Twitter, actually. It was part of Team Gary V. DRock posted this thing. He's like, hey, some of my community is looking to get on podcasts, looking to get the word out. And you responded. I was like, oh, legit. He's got the blue check mark. I'm super excited. I'm wigging out here. So thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time today.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's funny actually. I was about to tweet. I'm about to tweet it out later actually, and then be like, DRock's like my PR guy now.
So cool. So for those that aren't connected to you, haven't heard your story, what are you about? What are you really excited about? What got you started where you're at, and I guess like what are you excited about in your future?
Yeah, for sure. So I created my own company, PG Sports, back when I was 19, 28 now. So I was going into my sophomore year of college. I always wanted to be a sports agent, so I wanted to just have something like after college. And it was just originally just tweeting about sports, and then I came out with apparel just to promote the Twitter, and people liked it. So I pretty much became a apparel brand, and then I was doing influencer marketing before influencer marketing was a thing.
Wow.
And yeah, I was just like sending it to a bunch of athletes, DMing them and tweeting them and annoying them to get them to wear it. And yeah, then they would just send me a picture or they would tweet it out and be pretty cool. And then from there, I started working with more athletes and like sponsoring them just by like giving them merchandise. And then I realized like I was doing stuff like this and getting them interviews and stuff like that. And then I realized that I could be like a job, and now I'm doing like more sports marketing.
That's dope. So you're kind of like the Damon John of the sports arena. Like,
All right.
Where my stuff, tweet it out. That's so dope though.
Yeah, he was actually taking the one. I probably should have did too, just the one T-shirt, and
It's
then
the one.
yeah, I was giving out T-shirts, so I mean I should have did that too.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So one of the pillars of Move Happy is about keeping a positive mindset. I can imagine starting your own brand, starting your own business, that there was a lot of hiccups and whatnot. So what are some strategies you've learned along your journey in keeping a positive mindset, for those that might be listening that are entrepreneurs themselves or interested in getting into the field that you're in?
Yeah, I mean I think there's always going to be hiccups regardless of how many years of experience you have or anything. So I mean I would say one of my mottos is consistency is key, because just like when you do stuff consistently, people see it, and that creates traction to you. So I think just that is one, and just not giving up on yourself either is just another. You're obviously, I mean, just like I said, like the same thing with hiccups. Like you're always gonna have good days and bad days. Like you just have to keep on doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you really bring a good point too. It doesn't matter how many years of experience you have in anything. There's always going to be good days and bad days. So just focusing on keeping it moving. That's great. Second pillar of Move Happy is about building community. You touched on that a lot with what you did starting your business, reaching out, social media, whatnot. Any other strategies or tips for those that are maybe wanting to get connected or build communities that you've learned?
Yeah, I'd say don't get discouraged when people don't answer, because there's like a million people or millions of people on social media, so you could just keep on
Yeah.
DMing. I
Yeah.
know I know Instagram has like a limit to, I don't know how many people you could DM per hour, but yeah, like I DM this past last I guess winter, you would say. Can't remember the seasons right now because
COVID.
yeah. But I wanted to work with an NBA player, and
Yeah,
I DM'd like every single NBA player in the league.
that's dope.
It took me like a couple weeks, but yeah.
Uh-huh. That's awesome. And that's like speaking to the relentlessness too. And did you build any like little meetup groups or like did anything happen from that that you like to share? Or is this like on the
Yeah, I
deep?
mean, I connected with some of them. Most of them were the D League players, like I'd say, I guess you'd say like the minor league one.
Uh-huh.
But that was cool too, because you never know, because I like working with people when they're on the rise, because then it's more rewarding.
Yeah, for sure. And then once they hit it to the big leagues, then you're like, I was with them way
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
That's awesome. So the third pillar of Move Happy is about movement, keeping things moving for our happiness level. Started as a program. I was working in a psych hospital with my patients, and we had like limited budget, limited space. So we had to really be creative with how we moved our bodies and whatnot. So with that in mind, what are some of your favorite like sports or physical activities that you like to do that maybe don't cost a lot?
Mhm. I mean, I like to watch sports, but I actually don't watch sports as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm on social media and just like my computer. I don't know. I mean, I haven't had cable either for like 4 years, so
Good for you.
but I think that's like the new thing too. So I don't know. Like I don't even watch that much Netflix. I can't even like sometimes I can't even watch a movie because I
Yeah.
have to be like doing something like business productive wise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're like focused on the business right now,
Yeah,
hustling.
yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. So what's something that you're like really excited about in your business? Maybe you got like a new offering or like something that if people want to work with you, what's something you want to share?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just excited to just branch out to new clients. Actually, I just tweeted out like yesterday. I was like, I want to work with like a golfer or like a tennis player.
Yeah.
And then it was ironic because then this lady that I know that's like a strength and conditioning coach like hit me up on Instagram today. And she doesn't even have Twitter. And she was like, "Yo, I'm working with this tennis player. Like, would you be interested in working with him?" And I was like, "This is like nuts." Like, I was like, "Yo, check out
What?
this tweet I
That's
just tweeted."
cool.
Yeah. So that was crazy. Yeah, I just like getting into different businesses. Like people ask me. Actually, somebody asked me the other day, "Would you work with like an esports gamer?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like everything's like pretty similar. Like even
Mm-hmm.
like I want to work with like musicians and stuff to like artists too. So
Cool.
not just sports stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. If people want to connect with you, what's the best way they can do that?
Probably social media, just
Okay.
at PG Sports or at PCG7.
Awesome. Awesome. And last but not least, always like to close it out with a silly question, always random, always surprised, just to help the audience get to know you on a personal level. So, okay, it's crazy COVID times. We've all been stuck indoors as you know, I'm sure you've experienced in your side of the world. So with that in mind, if you can't go out to a restaurant, what's your go-to? Make your own meal at home,
Make my own meal.
like dinner. Or I don't know if you're a breakfast person.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't eat breakfast actually. Uh,
I know. I knew that somehow.
actually, not a breakfast guy. Um, I mean, I've been ordering a lot of takeout, but
Yeah.
I mean, probably just like something basic, like a sandwich, just
Yeah.
like a cold cut
Just
sandwich.
simple. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I like it. Awesome. Well, this has been great. Thanks so much for taking the time today to be on the show. Everybody needs to follow you on Twitter for sure and Instagram. And any last words?
No, I appreciate you having me on. I look forward to the release.
Yeah.